Welcome to this guide on roles and cluster roles in Kubernetes. In this video, you'll learn how to define permissions to control who can access what in your cluster. Understanding these concepts is essential for securing your Kubernetes environment and implementing proper access controls. RBAC stands for Role-Based Access Control. It's a security mechanism that regulates access to resources based on the roles assigned to individual users within your cluster. RBAC answers three critical questions: who can access resources, what specific resources they can interact with, and which actions they're permitted to perform on those resources. Kubernetes provides two types of permission objects: roles and cluster roles. A role is namespace scoped, meaning it grants permissions only within a specific namespace. On the other hand, a cluster role is cluster-wide and can grant permissions across all namespaces or to cluster-level resources like nodes. Choosing between them depends on the scope of access you need to provide. Let's look at a basic role structure. Every role starts with the API version RBAC.authorization.k8s.io/v1, and the kind is set to role. In the metadata section, you specify the namespace and a name for your role. The rules section defines the actual permissions. Here, we're creating a role called podReader that allows getting and listing pods in the default namespace. Rules are made up of three key components. First, API groups specify which API group contains the resource you want to access. An empty string refers to the core API group, while others include apps or batch. Second, resources define the resource types like pods, services, or deployments. Third, verbs specify the actions allowed, such as get, list, create, or delete. Let's explore the most common permission verbs. Get allows reading a single resource. List lets you read multiple resources at once. Watch enables monitoring resource changes in real time. Create permits creating new resources. Update allows modifying existing resources completely. Patch enables partial updates to resources. Delete allows removing resources. And the asterisk wildcard grants all permissions, though it should be used cautiously. Here's an example of a cluster role. Notice the structure is similar to a role, but the kind is ClusterRole, and there's no namespace in the metadata. This cluster role named nodeReader grants permissions to get, list, and watch nodes across the entire cluster. Cluster roles are essential for accessing cluster-scoped resources that don't belong to any specific namespace. Let's review some best practices for creating roles and cluster roles. First, follow the principle of least privilege by granting only the minimum permissions needed. Second, prefer using namespace-scoped roles over cluster roles whenever possible to limit the blast radius. Third, avoid using wildcards for resources and verbs, and instead be explicit about what you're allowing. Finally, conduct regular audits to review and update permissions, ensuring they remain appropriate over time.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.